Assalamu alaikum, boys and girls. How are you guys doing today? Are you guys having a great Ramadan? I hope it is great for you. So I want to let you know two things today. We're going to do two things differently today. We're going to have a discussion today, as well as we're going to do a reading. So we're going to have two-part video series today. So the first part, we're going to be discussing what we talked about, or what we read yesterday about the world and Allah made us all. And then I'm going to submit another video where we're going to read the story. We're going to continue reading the Quran stories, inshallah. So without further ado, let's get started. So yesterday we were talking about the world, that Allah created the land and the sea, and that He created the sky, and He created the skies, that He created the sun for the day and the moon for the night. Then we went into what Allah created. So He created the cows and the sheep and the spiders and the bees, and He created all these things. For what purpose? What purpose would these things serve us? And the thing is that one of the things that we have to do is we have to think about what Allah has given us. And this is part of how we know, and we could try to understand ourselves and the world around us by looking at Allah's creation, looking at how the sky is. Why is the sun bright and the sky is blue? And these are things that we as human beings, whether we're young or old, we have to look at and examine and be thankful to Allah for those things. So why did Allah create things? Allah did not create anything just for nothing. He created everything with a purpose. So He created the sky so we have something to look up at. He created the land so that we have something to walk on, to live on, to grow our food. He created the sea. And He created everything that's in the sea. And the things that are in the sea, the fish and whatnot, we eat those things. And we eat the plants on the land. And we have cows. And what are the cows do? They provide us milk. And the sheep, they provide us wool so we can make clothes. He provides the horses and camels for people to ride on. He provided for us the bees for honey. And the spiders, I'm still trying to figure out that one, to be honest with you. But I love spiders. They build the web and whatnot. Maybe they help balance out the flies, because the flies are what the spiders eat. So everything Allah creates has a purpose. And I want to share with you this. You have a purpose. Allah created you with a special purpose. And our purpose, our number one purpose, is to worship Allah. And we are in the month of Ramadan. And this month is so that we can strengthen ourselves to worship Allah for the rest of the year. So how do we worship Allah? One is we thank Allah for what we have. We thank Allah for everything that He has created. Because everything that Allah has created for us is created for the benefit of us. Even when we think it is not good for us, Allah created it for our benefit. You're created for the benefit of life here. And so I want to bring this to attention, because sometimes we wonder things like what's going on right now in the world. Why do we have to stay home during Ramadan? Why do we have to why can't we go outside? Why are the stores closed and everything? Well, I want to tell you that Allah has a purpose. And sometimes we cannot see our friends, and we cannot see our other family members because of what's going on. And sometimes we feel scared because of that. And sometimes we feel alone. But I want you to know, whether you're an adult or you're a child, we all feel those things. We're all human beings and we all feel those things. And we must remember that Allah does not feel scared. Allah does not feel angry or sad. I mean, He feels angry. But Allah doesn't feel the same things that we do. Allah is there for us. And Allah is there to protect us and guide us. And everything that He created is to help us. And when we look at what's happening in the world, we can look at how Allah has put benefits in it for us. And so I want you to think about the purpose of everything around you and be thankful to Allah for what we have. And look to others that do not have what you have. And I want you to mostly and more importantly to remember to worship Allah this month. We can do that by the following. By reading Quran, by listening to other stories, by listening to your parents, and when they tell you to do something, do it one time. Do it one time. Do it what they ask. And don't make any noise. Just say yes, mama, yes, baba, yes, mom, yes, dad, however you say it. And just do that. And try to pray with your parents and whatnot. And make sure to say Bismillah before you eat. Make sure you say Bismillah before anything you do. So in conclusion, I want to let you know that Allah desires happiness for us. Allah desires ease for us. And Allah desires for us not to be afraid, but to turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when we feel afraid, when we feel angry, when we feel sad, because Allah will always be there for us, even when we cannot be there for each other. I pray that Allah make this talk beneficial, and I pray that you can discuss these things with your parents. And I pray that we are all safe and happy and healthy, and that we can always thank Allah and turn to Allah for whatever we have. Ameen. So we will have another video here shortly, inshallah, and we will be reading from my first Quran. All right. So until then, stay strong. Remember, Allah is with you always. Assalamu alaikum.